Well, hey everybody, it's Kevbo Jones here with episode 2 of the Memphis Baseball Card Chronicles, brought to you by the wonderful world of baseball cards. I am visiting my brother in Memphis. It's been a long quarantine, lockdown. It's nice to be with family. We're going to be road tripping up to Green Bay to see my mom and dad. We're leaving Thursday morning. And we've been, of course, talking about doing this YouTube series probably for a good 3 months already, maybe 4 months. But this is episode 2 of the Memphis Baseball Card Chronicles. And it's actually the Basketball Card Chronicles tonight.
That's
right.
How
come basketball? Tell us about it.
So I've been an NBA fan for a long time, and there have been times when I've felt like it's been my favorite sport, and part of why that's been the case, you'll see some players featured in here that I absolutely fell in love with over the years, watching their athletic ability, but also their championship prowess. And Kevin and I grew up Bucks fans, and if you remember the run in the 80s, they had some amazing teams, but they never could quite get past the Celtics or the 76ers, and when they could finally beat one of them, the other one was on their way to the finals to play what you'll see as the subject of at least part of tonight's video, the 80s Showtime Lakers, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy. So fun against that traditional old school Celtics team, and watching the Lakers emerge and finally beat them after all those tries, all those years of losing to the Celtics in an era before Kevin and I could even watch basketball. To see them finally break through in 1985 was absolutely amazing.
Summer nights watching those Showtime NBA Finals games of the Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s. Many summers with the whole family
including our late grandfather, who watched a lot of sports with us as well and was as knowledgeable as anybody, and we always said had a voice to be able to be a broadcaster. And we would watch the games with him and my dad, and it just never quite seemed that in the early days of watching this that the Lakers could quite get past them, and they finally did, and things changed.
Lots of Showtime. So I guess I think I probably kind of put your bug in the ear for the basketball cards. You were kind of primarily doing baseball, and I kind of made a comment about how I'd been grabbing some 86 Fleer basketball, and I kind of look at it as almost a set akin to the 1952 Topps baseball, and that it's an iconic basketball set, and suggested maybe you look and pick a few up, and sure enough.
Yes, so before you start, I was originally just collecting a certain player that you'll see a couple cards from tonight, and it expanded when Kevin introduced me into the 86 set, and I started thinking about some of the players in there, many of whom made their way into the 92 Olympic Dream Team, which is also just another amazing event in sports. So Kevin, take it away.
So we did this is fun. This is the full run of Lakers from 86 Fleer. Beautiful card. There's the 86 Fleer Magic Johnson. And you got these before they took off.
Yes,
price-wise. Beat it by literally a couple of weeks, I think, right?
That's right, because I saw some pretty significant spikes, especially in this one.
So there's the Magic Johnson. This is great. There's the Kareem.
Your all-time scoring.
Absolutely fantastic. I had been mentioning to him that I had wanted the Dr. J and the Bill Walton. And my brother got me a Bill Walton for my birthday, which was really fun. You'll see that on an earlier video. Yep. Here's the Worthy. This is technically James Worthy's rookie. Absolutely fantastic. That's a PSA 10. As was the Kareem and the Magic. I mean, unbelievable. These are just fantastic.
Great player who's still part of the Laker organization today and does a number
famous UNM Lobo, one of the most famous Lobos, Michael Cooper. Beautiful. This is his rookie, I believe. Just fantastic. Byron Scott. He was one of my favorites. I always feel like Byron Scott always was good for a clutch shot or something in those Lakers teams. I don't know. I just remember him being a good role player for them. This is another one. I like this one.
Yes.
I'm enjoying this, I think, as much as my brother. I love these. So this is the Kurt Rambis which is just absolutely fantastic. Love it.
Blue collar player, hardest working Laker. You could count on him for his 6 fouls as well.
Did he coach the Lakers?
He was part of the staff. Yes.
Okay, with Jackson or no? Maybe with Dale Harris.
I'm trying to think when he was in there.
And then this guy, I don't remember him. Maurice Lucas. I don't know.
So interesting bit of trivia here. He was actually on the 85 team, not on the 86 team. But back to the Bill Walton reference, Luke Walton is actually named after this player. He and Bill Walton were very good friends. And while they were on the Trailblazers together,
we went to Marquette.
He called him Luke, and for Lucas, and so Luke Walton is named after Maurice Lucas.
Oh, fantastic! Wow. So that is the full run of 86 Fleer Lakers, which is just unbelievable. I think you were wanting to do like some of the Celtics too, but everything had kind of at that point gotten out of hand, and we're kind of waiting for it maybe to calm down before we revisit that.
Yeah, I really wanted to get the Larry Bird card. It's also a great one, and a couple of times I almost pulled the trigger, didn't, and every time I waited, it was another $100 more. So I'm holding back on that one for now.
Yep. We've both been kind of holding back on a lot of stuff because the prices are pretty significant. So now this is super fun. These you were just kind of quietly picking up on the side, right?
Yeah, so I feel like that on this one, I jumped the gun on this player ahead of what I'm expecting to be some significant rises in value as people really start to put together how dominant he was, what kind of career that he had, and if I think about in the offseason, had he kept himself in better shape, this guy, while one of the all-time greats, really could have been one of the all-time greats. If you saw him play, and I had the pleasure of in the 2002 NBA Finals, there's absolutely no stopping him, no defending him. When he wanted to score, rebound, you name it, you were not getting past him back in the days when he was in his
unbelievably dominant. So 1992 Upper Deck Shaq, I guess All-Star card, which is fantastic. This one is great. Oh my God, 92 Skybox. Is this a rookie?
Yes.
1992 Skybox rookie. I've never seen that card. Absolutely fantastic. This is great. I think this was a short print. 92 Topps Archives. Gold. Wow. I didn't even notice that when we were looking. That's fantastic. Another rookie, I believe, right?
That's right.
Wow. I think that was a short print. This one is fantastic. I think you were saying this at the time. I love this. So this is the 92 Beam Team. I know there's been a lot of buzz around those Beam Team cards lately. And what drew you to this one?
So I liked the design of the card, and I was looking for as many dunking-oriented poses for Shaq as I could get. This particular one, he's blocking, but it's just a great card. I like the ornamentation on it, and it's part of a Beam Team series that there's several players featured in that.
Yeah, and then this we're going to kind of transition to the Showtime. Well, this isn't Showtime, but 1992 Topps Chrome Shaq, which is absolutely fantastic. Finally in his Lakers uniform.
Yeah, so Shaq was my favorite in the Lakers uniform. He and Kobe Bryant coming up together. Quite a combination, and there's some classic highlights if you think about that play where Kobe did the lob, Shaq dunked it.
Iconic.
Just an iconic play that's played over and over again. And those two as teammates, one at the 2, one at the center position, the 5, absolutely classic.
And then one of the beautiful things about this hobby is sometimes when you do get to build a good rapport with the seller, sometimes they throw freebies in.
Yeah, the
seller, you tell us about it.
Yeah, so this particular seller, every order that I placed, I found a guy that I really liked on eBay, and he had the affinity for similar players that I did. And every time I'd make an order, he'd throw in something fun for me. This was included in one of the orders, and just a really neat Shaq card that I'm trying to get my hands on graded as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. Now we're doing some fun Kobe stuff. We don't have the rookie here. That's somewhere else, but I think I might have said look for this one, and this is a good one. This is the 97 Fleer Kobe Crystal. I don't really know what, just a beautiful pose, right? Second year card.
So
Beautiful.
I'm working on getting a card from every year of Kobe's career. He fits in that mold of Paul Molitor, who you heard about in the baseball setting, my favorite player there. We talked about Roger Federer at the end of that segment. Kobe, for me, is my all-time favorite basketball player, and just tragically taken late January this year. It's just been another thing that's come into play with how this 2020
I feel like that was the kicker that kicked everything off. Since then, it's just been one after another since Kobe passed. This one, I don't know. This one I was saying maybe take a peek at this one. And this is the 2003 Topps Chrome Kobe. This is from the same year as the LeBron rookie.
That's correct.
And again, just these are going to be getting harder and harder to find because of that LeBron rookie. So I think you kind of got this one kind of ahead of the curve too, didn't you?
I do too. Yep.
Yeah, just a
good
beautiful, beautiful card. Thank you to those Eric at those back pages for the tip on this one, actually. And of course, we have a beautiful Kobe here, which is, I mean, I love this card so much. It's so beautiful. 1996 SP Kobe rookie is just gorgeous.
Nice companion to his Topps rookie, which of course I wish we could feature, but it's someplace else.
And we're kind of segueing from this into like generation 3, I guess. And this is one I think I kind of said you might want to take a look and just grab one of these. And it's just a gorgeous card. Great pose too. Actually, you know what, though, he missed the shot. Believe it or not. Somebody pinpointed it and he missed it. It was from a preseason game. Donruss Optic, Panini Donruss Optic, LeBron James. Just an iconic card. This is a PSA 10. This is his first card in a Lakers uniform. I suggested along with this Luca, I said you might want to just grab one. And this is just a fantastic optic. Obviously, modern basketball is just exploding through the roof. And I mean, it's just, this was kind of one of the last cards I think you picked up before we kind of really started focusing on Project 2020, isn't it?
That's correct.
Now we're saving the best for last. I think I don't know, maybe paid a little bit for this one, huh?
Yes.
But this is gorgeous. I saw this last night, like, freaking amazing. And it kind of bookends everything we've looked at with all these Lakers cards. And I think this is probably one of your final pickups.
It's the final.
2008 Topps Chrome Kobe with LeBron. I mean, I looked at this last night and was just completely blown away. Beautiful, beautiful card. I think I was kind of pestering you to get this one, wasn't I?
And I'm glad that you did, because it continues to climb in value. And the other part of it, it continues to get more scarce. It's very hard to find. And it's a classic pose for both of them. Kobe in his position, ready to make a move. LeBron in his lockdown defense. Two iconic players, two Hall of Famers. Unbelievable card to find. And I think Topps did just a beautiful job.
It could almost be a LeBron card, right? Yes. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I think we all miss Topps. Like, I think we wish Topps was still doing basketball.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it just doesn't get much better than that. It's stunning. This is, to me, an iconic card. And the design with this Lakers on the top is just absolutely fantastic. So that is just my brother's growing and kind of basketball collection. Just absolutely fantastic stuff. Kind of accumulated all kind of around. You kind of bunched up together. You picked this stuff up kind of right before everything went crazy.
Yes. And
with the exception of maybe this one. But
I have one of those personalities where if I get on a mission, I'm going to start tracking things down, spend a lot of time on eBay, four sharp corners, some of my favorite vendors, and then some sellers that I've got relationships with. And I start trying to get on things, and I get in a run, collect the certain baseball cards in a run, collect these basketball cards in a run, and all of a sudden I'm trying to figure out what the next project is.
And then one of the things that he does like to do, that my brother Todd likes to do, is he likes to definitely open those lines of communications with the sellers too. And it really seems to work out well to kind of discuss business with the sellers.
Yes, I do. I've had a lot of conversations with some good people around Topps Project 2020, and having them, if I've missed a card on the primary purchase, have them find a good one for me they can pull aside that's centered, and I've got some folks that I go back to when I'm trying to do fill-ins.
That you can trust.
That's right.
Now, this is a little bit of brevity here at the end. You may wonder, what is that card in the middle, and what is going on there? And I'm going to just let my brother Todd tell you about it. We thought it was kind of fun to put. Oh, and then this Luca was just, I told my brother to get this Luca, but what is going on with that card in the middle there?
So that is the famous Bryan brothers, the most decorated doubles team of all time. And the backstory to this, one, I'm a huge fan of these guys, especially to how late in their career they played. They were winning tournaments at age 40. Unfortunately, this particular season was supposed to be their retirement run. They're really not going to get to do it now. But I've seen them play a couple of times at the U.S. Open, also at Indian Wells, which, if you haven't been, it's by far the best tennis venue and event on the planet. And I brought Kevin for the first year. He was pinch hitting for my wife, who had a huge project at work. And the Bryan brothers were the last match of the night. And this was day one for him. We were on match 5. I could sit there around the clock on this. And they were up. And I said, you got to watch these guys. And he said, what's going on? What's going on with doubles? And I got him to at least stay through the first set. And then we left. It had been a long day. But as I started telling him some more about these guys, he's regretful and says, why did you let me leave with those guys? I said, I tried, but we were able to watch the rest of it at home on TV and watch them finish their match.
Did they win?
They did not end up winning the tournament that year, but they got deep into it.
Yeah.
But that particular night, obviously, they won when we were watching. That was a quarterfinal doubles match.
So, yes, so the Bryan brothers here, he's also got some nice kind of fun autos. But that's just kind of their thing, their shtick. They move in almost like synchronized swimmers almost.
They're twins. One's a left-hander, one's a right-hander. They walk in unison and
turn around in unison.
It's crazy how they've got that orchestrated. And that is their famous chest bump that they do when they won, or if they've made a great play. But that's typically what they do at the end of the match after they've won, and they've won a lot of matches over their career.
Well, folks, that's about it for episode 2 of the wonderful world of baseball cards. I think I'm most excited. Definitely episode 3 is going to be super, super fun. I think I'm going to let my brother do most of that one and kind of soak it in myself. But this is Kevo Jones with the wonderful world of baseball cards, coming to you live from Memphis. Keep collecting what you love what you collect. Most of all, have fun. Later.